This is a meeting of the Water Board. The meeting is being recorded. We would ask you folks to keep their phones on silent or their computers on mute. If there are any questions from the public for the board, the public's always welcome to send the questions to us by email or to call us, to write into us, or to speak to us before or after the meeting, but not during the meeting. We will make a video recording of this meeting available on the board's website as we normally do, along with the minutes over the next week and the minutes after the following meeting. We welcome any input and feedback from the public, but this meeting itself is a business meeting, not a public hearing. We have a good agenda today, and it involves the appointment of the board's new secretary. So in terms of the board procedure and the sequencing of events, it's a little bit of a departure because we have a departing secretary who would normally officiate some of these matters, and we haven't yet appointed the new secretary, so we have this sort of funny little gap that this meeting is largely designed to address. Mr. Chair, let me give it to you. Do you have any opening remarks to make?
Except thank you very much for standing in for the secretary. I'm not sure what we would do if you said no. But we don't have to find that. We don't have to find out. That's fine. The quirky situation we're in is that we have to start the meeting with a roll call, but there's no secretary of the board to undertake the roll call. So I've asked Omar to take the roll, and we'll go from there. Would you do that, please?
Absolutely. So I'm going to call the roll now. Chairman Alfonso Carney.
He's here.
Member Adam Freed.
Present.
Member Juke Su. Member Arlene Shaw. Member Daniel Zarrilli.
Hello.
Okay. Mr. Chair, we have a quorum.
All right. So let's get on with the business. And there may be people who have not met a bit more. If there are any board members who have not, then I suggest you do that before you leave every day. I don't know Michael's history. I've seen a copy of your resume, Michael. It is a wonder to behold. But that said, before we roll into the appointment of your appointment as Secretary of the Board, is there anything you'd like to say?
Thank you, Chairman. I just wanted to say thank you for allowing me to serve on the board as Secretary. Definitely my former boss, Al, which I believe he's on, I just want to thank him for the ability and the time we spent together. So thank you, Al. And I just, I've been at the water park for about going on 14 years, been able to work under Al for about 10 years. So I've seen him in action. I've been on, some of the boards on the other affiliated city entities. I've served on secretary for those entities. Al has somehow kept this to himself, so I haven't had the ability to sit on the board, but I'm happy to start that process going forward, and looking forward to engaging with all of you. I don't want to get into too much detail about my background, but again, been at the water department for 14 years. Before that, I worked in a law firm doing real estate and economic development work, and then before that, worked for real estate development doing work. So I have extensive knowledge in terms of economic development, city work, and very happy to be here in some things. So thank you.
Well, your greatest claim to fame is that Al received this special recognition.
Absolutely.
I'm happy about that. Adam, Dan, do you have any questions for Michael?
No questions. Yeah, absolutely. Welcome. We're thrilled to have you here, and it seems like Al maybe kept the best boards to himself, and so now you get to experience that firsthand. And so, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, let's do this. May I have a motion, please, to appoint Michael Moore as Secretary of the Water.
Moved by Dan, I'll second.
All right, thank you very much. I won't ask any questions. All in favor, please indicate with aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Are there any abstentions? Michael, it is at this point that you get out the yellow pad and pen and start scribbling as fast as you can.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for taking this job. The next agenda item is the approval of minutes. We've already had a chance to see them. Are there any questions about the minutes?
None for me.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you.
Morning.
Very much.
Morning, sorry guys.
Sorry, I missed all of that, but whatever happened, happened. May I have a motion, please, to approve the minutes?
So moved?
Second.
I'll second it. All in favor, please indicate with aye.
Aye.
We're not opposed, and nobody's abstaining, so we're good. The next agenda item is the consideration of the approval of the resolution that's been drawn for Evelyn Kesman. She was on the board with us for since 2013. I haven't seen the resolution, therefore thinking that I shouldn't vote. But it's been a pleasure working with her. She, as time went by, she got more and more involved in the nitty-gritty of board affairs. Demonstrated that she was a real catch. I'm sorry to have lost her. Are there any questions about Evelyn's stay on the board? Because it's about to end. She's already resigned, which means that she is off the board effective the date of her resignation letter. So I guess the only thing to consideration here is the board resolution. Have you all seen it?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Are there any questions about it?
Has she been on since 2017?
Yeah, 17.
Oh, it's been that long? Gosh, it's been that long.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I thought it was 2015.
I think it is 2017. That's the.
Okay, I accept.
what we have in our notes.
Well, may I have a motion, please, to approve the resolution?
So move first. So move.
Second.
All right, in a second, thank you very much. All in favor, please indicate with aye.
Aye.
If you are none opposed, and there are no abstentions, so the motion passes unanimously. We will keep our fingers crossed. The next item of business on the agenda, and I believe the last item, is to consider the resolution that recognizes Albert Rodriguez. Have you all had a chance to see that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions about it? Hearing none, then I think I've asked for a motion. All in favor, please indicate
Well,
with
no,
aye.
I'm sorry, Chair. I don't believe we had a motion.
Yeah,
So-
I'll
So move.
moved and seconded.
So,
That was a test, Mike.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I make one mistake every meeting, that was it.
Just want to keep you on your toes.
that's it. Appreciate it.
Something that's very important to me, as I have said in the past in different organizations, we can ill afford to lose people of quality as Albert Rodriguez. Of course, the law department has a bunch of people who may be up to his snuff, but not having met them all, I can't say this for sure. I don't think that the law department is going to will ever have his ability to produce. Al taught me some law, and I was pleased to learn it because he did it gracefully, but firmly, and I enjoyed it. It was terrific. Our relationship was terrific, and we will continue it some place that's less formal and with more laughter than this board meeting. That's all I have to say. Are there any other comments?
I just want to thank him for his service.
Of course. Absolutely. That's become a military expression, though, hasn't it?
I don't know, working in the city of New York right now, I think everybody needs a helmet.
Well done. And thank you for joining this meeting.
Sorry for being tardy. I forgot you could zoom in, that's how long I've been here.
I think you need to vote.
It's the end of business. unless
We
there's
need
any-
to vote to approve the resolution.
Okay, so it's done.
All eyes,
Aye.
none opposed.
So we adjourn.
Well, I think we
Well,
have.
I think that was the vote for
For Al's.
adopting
resolution.
the resolution, thanking
Oh,
Al
I'm
for his
sorry.
term of service.
I thought
Yeah.
somehow I slipped that, so I've made two mistakes. The resolution for Al Rodriguez is approved unanimously. The last order of business is to close the meeting. Unless there's any other business to come before the board. There being
Well,
none.
we're here.
May I have a motion?
Go ahead. Chair, if I could jump in just for a second, just because we're here in the room, maybe there's like a couple of thoughts to put out. One is, can we just get a reminder on what the rate update schedule looks like through the end of the fiscal year? We can just talk about what that timing and process is going to look like. I think it's a helpful just sort of refresh.
Well, Mark, you wanna-
I'm sure, when the new rate schedule will be available?
Available hearings, when the, votes are expected to happen, just we get a reminder on what that
Yeah, so
cycle looks like.
we have the rate proposal meeting is scheduled for May 5th. That's
Okay.
where DEP will make a presentation on what they headline. Proposed rate increase will be, as well as unveil any major policy changes, as well as the customer affordability program. The vote is scheduled to take place on June 6th. And the public hearings are still being finalized with the.
Within that month, though,
Yeah.
between the
They'll be the 2 weeks prior to the June 6th
Right.
meeting. And they'll be roughly May 28th to June 3rd, based on the current calendar. Now, the Blue Book will be available around mid-May, and that will be available on the website as well as that's the in-city rate report. The wholesale rate report will be available about the same time publicly. And then the rate schedule, in terms of the markup of the document, should be available to members by mid-May, and then will be publicly available by the 3rd week.
In that time.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. And what I'm just thinking about is in the process from last year, when the board made its position known on the rental payment, is there any, it would be great to hear from City Hall on that in this process of the why and how that's expected to continue. Because I know the department's position on that. It would be helpful to hear, I'm speaking for myself here, but it would be helpful to hear from City Hall on, is that going to happen? Why is that going to happen again? And I would love to hear maybe the staff of the department think through how to make a request like that, to hear from City Hall. It's a big driver of the rate, obviously, and so I think it's of concern to me, just speaking as a member.
I don't quite know how we would lodge such a request, but we don't have a deputy mayor. That is, we've lost the deputy mayor on whom we relied for opinions and points of view at City Hall. Larissa, is there somebody else in the wings?
I think that's not clear at this moment in time, so I think the timing of when the first deputy mayor will step down, I think is also, sometime in March was so hopefully the person who will be replacing her will be identified, and that will be sort of happen seamlessly or at the same time, but we are still waiting to hear ourselves, so.
So we should not expect that decision is going to be made between now and when we have to consider the rate options.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
they,
2 months.
I think the first deputy mayor and the other deputy mayors did indicate sometime in March
Yeah.
for them to step down. So we would be hoping that there'll be replacements identified this month and that will happen within this month. So if we're bringing a rate vote around May 5th, then there should be hopefully a month in between where we have first deputy mayor and deputy mayor, because our obviously deputy mayor for operations, who's over DP, is also one of the folks who will be transitioning. So hopefully there'll be about a month of overlap or new folks in place that we'll be reviewing all of our information with.
And your request is not explicitly for a deputy mayor, you're
Right.
for the administration, a representative from the executive too.
That's right.
Right,
So
but the
that
problem is there's
gives a wide variety.
But the problem is there's no liaison between,
It makes it slightly more
yeah,
complicated.
it makes it a lot more
Yeah.
complicated if
Yeah.
Mary.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously, we work with our counterparts at OMB. We work then, the cadence for us is working with OMB, then we work to deputy mayor, first deputy mayor, and mayor himself. So, that normal cadence will have to happen over the
Yeah.
next.
That's right, that's right.
Okay, well, thank you for raising that. We can take that away and see. Obviously, I think we talked about this last year, but the rental payment was requested for several, it's in the city's budget for
Right.
several years, so that's the assumption we're working on.
Okay, thank you. That's it for me.
Is there any, is there any other, are there other questions come before the board outside the meeting? There being none, aye, all.
We'll make a motion
Motion?
to conclude or close the meeting.
All right. I said I learned a lot of law from now.
Keeping you on your toes.
Yeah.
This is your welcome.
I'll move that we adjourn.
I'll second it.
Second, so, okay, terrific. All in favor, please indicate with aye.
Aye.
Aye. There are no objections or no extensions. The meeting is adjourned. It's over.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone.
I forgot that you could try to
Thank you.
Why would you?